Hey guys, hope you're doing well. As part of our Luxembourg series, today I'm going to tell you about IT jobs in Luxembourg. The average salary for an IT sector worker is between 65,000 to over 100,000 euros in Luxembourg, which is a huge amount, especially if you're getting sponsored jobs. There's also no age limit and there's no language test as well. Now, most IT jobs in Luxembourg are in English, so you don't need to learn Luxembourgish or German or French. Since many of these jobs are high demand positions, your visa can be processed in as less as 7 days with a high visa approval rate of 94%. Moreover, you can even take your family members along and your spouse can get their own work permit and both of you can start working in Luxembourg at the same time. I'll tell you how you can get IT jobs that are completely sponsored jobs, which means your employer can offer free travel and accommodation, and since these are the biggest expenses in Luxembourg, you'll end up saving most of what you earn. The taxes in Luxembourg are among the lowest in Europe and you'll end up saving much more than any other EU nation. Not to forget, you can travel visa-free to any of the 29 Schengen countries with the Luxembourg D visa. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything about IT jobs in Luxembourg, how Luxembourg is tackling inflation, the top IT jobs that have a huge demand, and the skills needed for each position, companies that are currently hiring internationally and even sponsoring a work visa for foreign applicants, the salaries you can expect, tax rates, the visa cost, processing time and validity, and how to apply for these jobs as well, so do watch the video till the end. Hey guys, this is Jason from Dream Canada. If you're new to the channel, I show people how to save their money and immigrate to new countries through my videos without the help of any immigration consultants or agents or lawyers. You can find all the process instructions for you to apply on your own through this channel. Subscribe now because all the information provided here is completely free and I answer all your queries in the comment section and on my social handles on Instagram and Twitter, so don't forget to follow us there as well. You can even get in touch with us directly via WhatsApp on the number shared on the screen. Let's start directly with the salaries for IT positions in Luxembourg. Now, before going into numbers, you'll have to understand that a lot of factors will affect your salary figures, like your past experience, where you're applying from, your soft skills, the companies you're applying to, and the current labor market needs in Luxembourg. As a point of reference, IT managers make 84,000 euros annually, business analysts and IT analysts make 75,000 euros annually, software engineers make 74,000 euros annually, IT project managers make 70,000 euros annually, and experienced individuals can make as high as 100,000 euros annually as well. The average salary for any person working in IT in Luxembourg is between 65,000 to 70,000 euros annually, or around 5,800 euros per month, which is an amazing figure, especially if you have a sponsored job, in which case you don't have to spend anything on accommodation or even food. Bear in mind that these figures are more than enough if you're moving to Luxembourg alone or even with a spouse, but if you're moving with a child, then you should demand at least 80,000 euros to meet all your expenses comfortably. The taxes you'll have to pay on your earnings is really low and much more relaxed compared to other EU expat countries, with average tax rates ranging from just 8% to 25%. And what's even better is that there's absolutely no tax to be paid on the first 12,438 euros that you earn in Luxembourg, ensuring that you always fall under a lower tax bracket. With regards to visas for your family members, you can take your spouse or common law partner and your children along with you to Luxembourg. When you get a work permit in Luxembourg, your spouse can apply for a work permit as well, and they can work full-time in Luxembourg along with you. Dependent children can get long-term visitor visas or study permits as the need may be. Now for the visa cost, processing time and validity. The work visa you have to apply for is a D visa, which costs 80 euros for you and another 80 euros for a spouse or common law partner and 38 euros for a child aged 17 years or below. The maximum processing time is around 15 days for normal jobs, but visas for most in-demand or skill shortage IT jobs are processed in as less as just 7 days. Your work visa will be valid for 1 year or the duration of your job, and if you get a longer work contract for around 5 years, for example, then you can even apply for your permanent residence for you and your family members as well. Now we come to the most important part, which companies are hiring internationally and even sponsoring a work visa for foreign applicants here in Luxembourg. Luxembourg was previously well known for their booming finance sector and fintech jobs, but now many big IT companies are moving to Luxembourg as well. Companies like Skype and Amazon have their headquarters in Luxembourg. Other IT companies hiring foreign applicants and sponsoring visas include KPMG, Deloitte, EY, Microsoft, and PwC. Now, although these are the larger IT giants, there are also many other smaller companies like Apex and NTT Data, for example, that are providing sponsored visas that you can easily find over LinkedIn or genuine job sites. So while you're doing your research, don't limit yourself only to the larger firms, as smaller companies might even have better jobs suited to your profile, and in some cases, they might even offer a better pay. You might also face lesser competition because most applicants tend to apply to larger firms. To find jobs from any of these companies, simply go onto their career pages and look for the vacancies listed there, or reach out to them directly on their contact forms, social media, or LinkedIn handles with the job ID and your credentials and qualifications. If you have any references or networking connections in Luxembourg, don't feel shy to approach them as well. Now that you know the company is hiring, what IT skills and positions are in demand in Luxembourg? The first one making the list are the newest AI revolution jobs like AI or ML engineers, AI research scientists, AI ethics officers, robotics engineers, natural language processing or NLP engineers, AI product managers, computer vision engineers, and AI safety engineers. The skills needed for these jobs are Java, R, C++, Python, machine learning, statistics and mathematics, data analysis and wrangling, deep learning, cloud computing, critical thinking and problem solving, adaptability and continuous learning, and domain knowledge. Next come data science jobs like data scientists, data engineers, business intelligence engineers, data analysts, etc. The skills required are SQL, RDBMS, AWS, Python, NoSQL, VBA, Data Lake, Azure, Spark, R programming, ETL and reporting tools, cloud concepts, etc. Next comes software development jobs like software developers, full stack developers, software architects, software engineers, software testers, etc., for which you need skills like Java, .NET, C++, AWS, Python, Perl, Spark, SQL, Google Cloud, Azure, REST, API, JavaScript, R Shiny, Visual Studio, etc. Next come UI or UX jobs like visual designers, UI or UX designers, UI or UX engineers, interaction designers, product designers, etc., which need skills like Sketch, InVision, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, HTML, CSS, JS, PHP, Figma, etc. A few more additional skills in demand are Git, Jira, Jenkins, Excel, SharePoint, ServiceNow, SAP, Cognos, Tableau, Postman, etc. Now we come to the next point, which is inflation. Most countries in the world, whether developed or underdeveloped, are currently impacted with inflation, and a recession has now been observed in countries that were once considered quite economically strong. The cost of living is greatly affected in these circumstances as the cost of everything goes up, like groceries, rent, fuel, electricity, etc. Luxembourg has also been impacted by inflation to a certain extent, but thankfully the government of Luxembourg is coping up with this effectively, and the laws put in place benefit workers and pension holders in Luxembourg to a great deal. For example, the salary indexation law in Luxembourg benefits any employees and even those earning pensions affected by inflation by getting them a hike of around 2.5% or even more to cope up with the rising inflation costs. The great thing is that this law is applicable for everyone in Luxembourg, whether you're an EU citizen or not, it does not matter. If you consider a salary of 100,000 euros, for example, a 2.5% hike is 2,500 euros extra for the same amount of work, which is around more than 200 euros every month just to cope up with the increase in prices of goods and services or daily expenses. The exact salary indexation hike percentage is determined every quarter according to the current inflation rates. Now we come to how you can actually apply for IT jobs in Luxembourg. Although there are many ways to get a Luxembourg job, the top 2 ways with the best results are through LinkedIn and companies' career pages. LinkedIn is the most popular professional networking site that helps you get jobs easily, even internationally. You can quickly sort through LinkedIn job listings for your location, your job profile, and even your expected salaries. The next best way is to go onto careers pages of all the companies I listed before and look for the current vacant positions that they have. You can choose to apply to them directly from there or even reach out to them via LinkedIn, email, or social media with the job reference code from the job listings. Apart from this, you can even search for open positions on credible websites like jobs.lu, monster.lu, jobfinder.lu, and a few more. A few important things to remember while you're applying for a job. The first and most important tip is to tailor your resume and cover letter for each job position that you apply for. Highlight relevant skills and experience that are mentioned in the job description that you're applying for and edit them for each application. You can get in touch with us to get the right keywords included in your CV and cover letters. Next is to make sure that you mention the languages you know in your application and also make a mention if you need visa sponsorship or not. Be patient with your job applications because companies take time to get back to you as they may have huge backlogs from the thousands of applications they might be receiving for vacant positions, so you have to just wait for a bit and let them get back to you in their own time. Usually people apply only to big companies or well-known businesses like Amazon, EY, Microsoft, etc. This is completely wrong and you should always keep an open mind and apply to smaller companies as well that offer visa sponsorship, as you may get hired faster and you may even be paid better for your skills there. Also, while applying, don't be restricted to just one job position. You should apply to all the vacant positions in different companies that are relevant to your current job roles or responsibilities. Now, although knowing English is more than enough for IT jobs in Luxembourg, you should try and learn at least one other language like French or German, as it will open your profile to so many more listings and will give you an edge over the immense job competition in Luxembourg. Apart from all the ways I said you can apply for a job in Luxembourg, if you do have the option of applying internally through an internal company transfer, you should definitely opt for this, which is when your company has a branch in Luxembourg and you can apply to a vacant position in that branch. In this way, you can at least gain an entry pathway into Luxembourg and then you can choose to change your job later if you get a better offer somewhere else. Alright guys, so that was all about Luxembourg IT jobs. For more immigration and travel tips, do subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified for new updates. Thanks for watching and all the best for your application.